Hello traders, this is Imi from iTradeAIMS.net, iTradeAIMS.com, my blog, and AIMS Stress-Free Trading. Do you know what AIMS stand for? I've said it before, but I'll say it again. This is AIMS. That's Adam, Imi, Sarah, and Stani. It's the four of us. It's the family, and that becomes an AIMS. Some people find it funny, but I like iTradeAIMS. Well, why do we call it iTradeAIMS? Because back in the days when I first discovered that there was the structure of the market, and the structure of the market has the structure of the market, I coded this, well, kind of tweaked this indicator, and this is the box. At that time, I used to call it AIMS levels until Steve came around and he called, oh, you mean the box. And from then on, it was AIMS box. So this is the London Open. Let's have a look at DAX today, the German 30. At London Open, well, it was a lesson today. Sometimes and I think this is what separates good traders from bad traders, or beginner traders from expert traders, is to know when to trade and when not to trade. Now, if you're trading price action and stuff like that, then your job is a little bit difficult. You have to do different time frames and stuff. Let's not go into that. But if you trade pattern-based trading, indicator-based trading, you know what pattern you are going to trade. And if that pattern does not appear, that is your job. The only difference is that if you're trading the M1 chart at the open, you have to learn how to evaluate the market in terms of momentum. Is there momentum today in the market? And that comes with the good old simple experience. Chart time, chart time, chart time. You have to give it that chart time. And how do you do that? You have to do it properly. So one of the biggest thing with traders is anxiety, right? And people get stressed whether they should, and confusion whether they should take a trade or not trade. And that happens because you don't have a trade plan. So if you have a trade plan, you know exactly what to do. So based on our trade plan, if you were looking at this market and this is the open, the gate is already open and stuff, you could have taken this, you could have traded here below this, stop loss up there. I did not take it. And because I did not take it, then I was waiting for a nice lovely hunt signal around here. Hunt signal did appear, but by the time it appeared, price had actually, and this is interesting because when this happens, let me change the color of my arrow. Should we go for white today? Yes. So see this, how the price goes this way and the gator goes that way. And there's this gap here. This is the rubber band stretch. So when price stretches out this much, right, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red candles. So if I was in this trade, what would I be doing? I'd be trailing my candles and I'd be getting out here. And then the price snaps back. And when it snaps back, it's not really an ideal pullback for a hunt signal. And that is why when I'm looking for a seed signal, ideally what I want is some sort of confirmation like this. So if this was a seed, and this is a pattern what we call the waltz pattern around here. I'm not going to discuss that right now, but some other time. If this was a seed, an inside candle after this, around here, this would have made a pretty good hunt signal around here, but it didn't happen. I felt like going in here and have my stop loss up there. That would have worked, but then I didn't. So I did have my pending order on this, by the way, even though this happened, but I thought it's just 8-9 minutes into London Open, it probably will go. But then what it did is it did that micro ABC pullback. So you have ABC, right? And it went up. Then this is a confirmation candle. It's reversal, so it comes back to the open, and this is what it is. Look at it here. Okay, so if we put this line here, what is this line? This is exactly the price where London opened. This line is powerful at times, but I don't want to have it on my screen because then I get biased every time price comes to it and affects my decisions. So in the beginning, I just mentally note it where it is, and usually there's a box level. So like today, there was this box level. I knew this is the level which price might come back to. So it came back, bounced off. So if I was flexible about my rules, then I would have got in here because this was a reversal candle. But it's inside gator against my rules, so I didn't go in. Otherwise, if I used my discretion based on the odds that I saw, it would have been a pretty good trade, and I didn't do that. This then is an obvious no-no. How is that? It's very clear. Let me draw it for you. So when there's a hunt signal and you see a strong price move, like I explained earlier, so here it was strong, but it wasn't this strong. Now this is very strong, and it's for the second time. Remember, push, pull, push again. That's a wave. After that, correction comes, and it did typically the ABC correction. That's one, and then comes back and then goes back up. And when it went up above the purple, now this is important. If you at that time, not just you, I had, that we had, our assumption at that time was that this is the 3. Then we would want price to go sideways like this in a box. Now if this market didn't go up and it stayed here, let me redraw everything. If this stayed here, went up, down, and it didn't go up there, then that would have created a nice, lovely setup 1 going into wave 5. But the fact that it did not do that, instead, it went up, the formation was broken, and the comment in the chat room was, okay guys, coffee time. Because that means that now the market has to create a new 3, then a new 4, and then I will go into the 5. So by that time it was gone. It was a nice, lovely, boring session. This is usually where an indisciplined trader loses a lot, because they want to trade, they want to have that trade, they have to have that adrenaline in them, and they go for it. And then later on, they find out that none of their trades were actually taken based on their trade plan. So one of the most important things of my trade plan is to assess if the market is moving the way we want it to move, if it is going to create those patterns, and you have to train for it. After a while, 100, 200 trades, you will know exactly what to do. I mean, you should know before that, but if you trade it and record everything, we have it in our forum. We have the system of T20s. So we don't want a trader to focus on individual trade, because that doesn't give you an edge. Your edge appears in the next 20 to 50 trades. So you record your trades in batches of 20 trades, and then evaluate yourself what you did. And for that, you need to have a trade plan. In reality, if you don't have a trade plan, you're not a trader. Get lost. Actually, don't get lost. If you don't have a trade plan, come to me, and I will teach you how to create your trade plan. And we're actually doing it around these months. So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'll be looking at the whole year's performance, and I'm going to be looking at the trade plan that went, and review will happen. So do we need to review it? Do we need to change something? What could we do to make it better? I'm going to put all my trades on the chart, and I'm going to look at it and see if I could develop new patterns. So what else can we do? Well, my 10 minutes are gone, but what we can do is to quickly go through and look whatever charts we can. So the next chart we're looking at is the UK 100, which is FTSE 100. Nothing exciting here. So on the daily, it broke the box but came back in. So today is a bearish day for it. Let's see how it pans out tomorrow. And the US 30 is showing the same kind of thing. So overnight something happened. The US 500 dropped and then it's going sideways. It is the eternal bull trend, isn't it? Look at it. This is the hunt signal that happened on the 23rd of October. If you took this Your risk was 36, 37 points. And if you were just following the green line, you are sitting at 130 profit and nothing to do. Just sit there. Wait for it to close below green line. Australian dollar has a cherry signal. However, if you go to the 4-hour chart, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of complete. It is overall in a downtrend. So if you were to trade that, you could actually, it's not looking pretty on M15. There's one spike that created all that move, nothing else. So I'm not really keen on this. That's all right. Australian dollar CAD, forget that. Australian dollar yen. So the Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar has, it had created a cherry signal. And if you took it, that wouldn't be too bad. Again, there's that spike that happened at news time. So if you timed your entry on the M15 based on the hunt signal, then you would have a tighter stop loss, and you probably will have stop loss at break even now, 6 pips in profit. USD CAD, what is it doing? So it came down, it did, oh yeah, yesterday it did famous setup. Let me just go there, yes. So that's 3 down, 4 up. It's a nice, lovely setup. 1, bang. 2R was there. Let's go CAD yen. So CAD yen had a 3 up. Now we're gonna wait for some kind of a 4 sideways, and then probably a 5 up there. So there's gonna be no trading tomorrow's, probably no Monday as well. So we'll look at it in December. EuroCAD had a fantastic setup 1 the day before yesterday. I don't know if I talked about it. Yes, 25 stop loss, and it hit 50 target point up there. Beautiful. It pays to actually check all your charts quickly. Yeah, beautiful. Look at this. Hits target zone 1 spot on yesterday and turns around. So when you looked at it, right, it would have looked like this. This is the setup 1. Forget what's happening here. What you need to know is 3 and 4. That's what it is. So you would have your pending order here, stop loss up there. And this is the Apple signal. So if you were, if you knew what Apple is, you would have got in earlier. And what it does is that it reduces your risk. So you'll go half a risk here, and then half a risk on the box. Instead of the one who's going setup 1, he'll have to go 1% straight away at 25. So in your case, if it turns around, if you lose, you'll be quickly out, you'll lose less. But then when it goes in your favor, you'll have a few pips advantage. And then you followed your green line or the box, and you'd have plus 39 and plus 46. So there you go. That was a lovely trade, which sadly I didn't take. Can't trade everything, can we? Euro yen had a breakout yesterday. It was on my radar for a famous, but it did not famous because there was a strong move down. Let's go to the M15. See this down and then sideways. I wasn't interested. Can still be traded. Euro dollar yesterday, I traded it here and it went down, and overnight around the close it stopped me out for a break even. That was a setup 1. This was not a setup 1. Box is too big. Don't trade that anyway. I just look at those pairs. Yeah, the pound had something up there, so probably they found news that NHS was for sale. So that probably is good for pound. Just kidding. The pounds, they all went up but did not create. So the pound Mexican had a setup 1. It's a weird one because you have this, close of gator here and then peak up. So I don't take the ones like that look like this. I want the clean ones. Okay. What I'll do is that I'll send you a link in the description. If you go there, a coupon code will be sent out to you 50% discount automatically. And guess what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 months free access to my chat room. Now, I don't want many people in my chat room. We always have less than 30 people. But if you can take it to 50, that's fine. I won't take anything more than 50. Anyway.
Thank you, Joe. I hope you liked this video. And if yes, please hit the like button. Do you have any questions or ideas for upcoming videos? Then leave a comment. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any future videos. See you next time.